Hello Instagram, how are we doing? Welcome to day 4. Day 4 is here. Hope we are good. How are we doing? Day 4 is here, guys. Happy weekend. Happy Saturday. How is everything going? So let me log to Facebook. Okay. 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay, I'm trying to get on Facebook. Hi, our guest is here. 1 minute. I haven't even started. I'm coming. I'm trying to like hang my second phone to go live on Facebook as well. Oh goodness me. Facebook people. Oh, this is my Facebook phone. Hi. It has gone off. It has gone off. Okay guys, so let me just start. I don't want to keep our guests waiting. Okay, I hope I am audible enough. I haven't even connected my mic, so sorry. Okay. Okay, so I hope I'm audible enough. Good evening, everybody. They won't come early now. It's when we're almost done with the conversation. They will start rushing in like yesterday. Say rushing in yesterday. Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to the 4th day of the 7 days consecutive live section. For those of you that were online yesterday, some people were even saying that we should turn this conversation to a conference. I was like, okay. Are you ready to pay for the conference? Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Precious Toju, aka the Structure Lady, aka Queen of Debt Recovery. I'm a debt recovery lawyer, an insolvency practitioner, a credit risk analyst, and an attorney mediator. What I do basically is to help without losing the customers or being liable in law, and also to minimize the credit risk in business. And tonight it is my pleasure to have a finance guru, a finance coach, a finance educator. She's going to be giving us a whole lot of insights. I don't want to use my glass because of all the lights that I've turned on. She's going to give us a lot of insights to, what it is to invest as a small micro medium business for better cash flow. So basically tonight our topic is 5 strategic investments for SME success to improve better cash flow in business, because this live section is all about how you can build a financially healthy business even in the face of the present economy. How can you do that? Yesterday, we had a lawyer and a private investigator that took us through asset tracking when it comes to debt recovery. Today, we're looking at investments. Aside that we want to recover our money from debtors, how do we now, when we recover the money, what should we be doing? Should we just put it in a bank or should we invest it in an SME? Personal finance girl, Oluchi, I have actually accepted your requests, but I'm still seeing that it's showing me sent a request. So maybe what you will do is cancel the request. If you can hear me loud and clear, what you do is cancel that request and send another one, because I have accepted it long ago and I still can't see you. I can't see you feature on the screen. Okay, so while we are at that, I want to introduce Oluchi, Oluchukwu Chidieka. That's her name, her full name. I want to quickly read her very brief, compressed bio, profile. If we are to write about her, it would be a whole journal. Okay, so 1 minute. Let me get her profile. Well, you're back. Okay, it's showing request. It's showing requested. I can't even. Okay, let me see. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought I just saw your screen now and it went away. You're back. Like, are you live with me? Because I cannot see you. Please, if you're live with me, let me know. Because I can't see you at all. I can't, it's not showing on my screen. Same thing. You can't see me. Wow. Oh, you're not live yet. Oh, okay. No, so personal finance. I believe you're following me, so that won't be another. I'm even looking for you to invite you. I can't find you. Hi, Oluwa. Sorry, I can't pronounce the last one, so that I will not spoil your name. Okay, so I'm seeing everybody coming. People are joining. Thank you. Please just stay tuned. I'm trying to connect with our guests tonight. I'm trying to connect with our guests. Sisi Dolapo, welcome. Stanley, welcome. Welcome everybody. The financial apostle, welcome. Okay, so where is personal finance girl? I can't see, I can't find you. Goodness me. Hi. Yeah, Mr. Stanley. Hi, welcome. That's what I'm saying. I cannot. Okay, I've seen your invitation. I've accepted. Please, Instagram, don't do this. Don't do this today. Sent. I saw your request. So, Luchi, I've seen your
finally back.
Thank God.
Why did it take so long? Good evening.
If you see what this Instagram used my eyes to see yesterday, God. Facebook, maybe I just kept it there. Okay, welcome on board.
Good evening.
You're like You are in your base now, thank God.
Yeah. I had to find, like,
Okay,
I
so
just needed support. So yeah.
mm, can you increase the volume of? I can't seem to hear you properly.
Really?
Or maybe it's from my end.
You try. Okay, so I
Yeah.
think you should increase
Uh-huh.
your own
It's
volume
better
again.
now.
Yeah, because
It's
I
better
had to
now.
increase mine too. So yes.
It's better now. Okay, so let me just do a brief introduction of our guests. I cannot, before I will receive query that I did not officially introduce her. So tonight we have Oluchukwu Chidiaka. That's I hope I got that
Don't
correctly.
worry. Go ahead. Chiadika, Oluchukwu Chiadika.
No,
Yes.
Chidika.
Chiadika.
Chiadika. I hope I caught
Oh,
it.
worry. It's
Okay, so
okay.
she's
That's
the
good.
visionary behind Your Personal Finance Girl. She's dedicated to providing a transformative educational platform centered on personal finance with over 6 years of immersive learning and teaching experience in this field, basically personal finance. She has consistently catalyzed impactful change in the lives of those who she has coached. Sorry, I'm not with my glass. I just don't want to put it on because of all the lightning I have around me to reflect. Her approach equips individuals with actionable, realistic steps, setting them on a path towards realizing the financial future of their dreams. Currently, Oluchukwu is an integral part of one of Nigeria's leading fintech startups, Wahoo, where she is actively engaged in building a community of devoted brand advocates. Beyond her professional commitments, Oluchukwu's passion for generating profitable business and side hustle idea is not just a job, it's a source of joy. She thrives in collaborative brainstorming sections like this one with fellow business owners, leveraging on creativity to foster innovation. As a serial entrepreneur, Oluchukwu manages a portfolio of diverse businesses under her CEO brand. I believe is the power of education and cultivation of strong personal finance values drives her mission to make the world a better place, one financially empowered individual at a time. Wow. In essence, Oluchukwu is not just changing lives, she's contributing her share to the global transformation we all aspire to see. That was quite an interesting bio. So welcome,
Thank
Oluchukwu,
you so much.
Oluchi. I hope I can call you Oluchi. Welcome on board. Welcome online. We are so happy to have you. It's going to be a very interesting section. So let's get right at it. Um, I have actually read your profile, but in addition to what I haven't said, what else can you tell us about yourself?
Okay, so let me start with something very unserious. I like money. So
You like
that
money.
is, yes, I like money. It's a very
Why would you like
important part
money? Are
of
you not a finance coach?
it's a very important part of everybody's life, but we all tend to like shy away from it, don't want to talk about our finances for different reasons, which is fine, which is understandable. But then, yes, apart from that, I really love the fact that over the years I've been able to like help different people get better with their finances. And I love that as more people get to know me, they get to see that it's not that difficult after all. It's not as complicated as we make it seem, or the finance part of it. It's not about math. Most of the time it's about mindset. So what else? You pretty much said everything. I do businesses, I have my 9 to 5. I teach
Oh,
about
really?
money.
You have
That's
your nine
basically
to five? Wow.
definitely. I work in marketing currently. So
Wow.
yes, I have my 9 to 5. I have YPFG. I have my various businesses. So that's pretty much all of it. Yeah. There's really not much. And then I like money. If you want to shorten it into one sentence, it's each.
Okay, for those that are just joining, we have Oluchuku online. She's
Yeah.
a personal finance educator and a coach. And tonight we are actually talking about 5 strategic investment for SME success to improve better cash flow in business. In other words, what kind of investments can you get involved in as a small medium business owner so that you can have constant cash flow in your business. So when we are, you know that there are peculiarities between SMEs and large scale companies. Like I always used to tell my clients, you don't put yourself, what works for SME would not automatically work for large scale companies. So for those that are just joining us, that is what we are discussing tonight. Take out your pen, your notepad, write down, because you're going to be wild tonight. Write down key points and then also your questions. Drop your question in the comment section. Once we are done, we're going to go through them. All right. Oluchuku, can you tell us, how did you start your career in finance literacy? What has been your experiences thus far and your achievement? We would like to know.
Wow, wow. Okay, so how did I start? Yeah, very funny. I started right after my career. I literally started right after my first degree, where I
Mm,
got out of school and I was lucky enough to be handy. I'm actually a very handy person who doesn't exactly like handwork, but let's not go into that. But I was able to get start moving in my personal finance. I was able to get a job, then another job, and then I was earning, then I was saving. Then it got to the point where I started to invest, and that was when I made like the mistake that transitioned into what we have now, because I'm thinking I probably wouldn't have started your personal finance girl if I did not make that mistake. I probably wouldn't have
mm,
gotten to tell my family and my friends more about, okay, you should take note of these things when it comes to your money, if I did not make that mistake. And because I lost literally all of my savings when I did my first set of investment, I then thought about, okay, what could I have done better? What did I not know? And this led me into like research, getting to know more about finances. What are those things that I should take note of? Personal, every other thing. And the beautiful thing is, when I was learning, I didn't just keep quiet. I involved family and friends. I would tell them, okay, this is one new thing I found out. This is another thing you can do. And when I was done impacting family and friends, I went for a particular course. I took a particular course in public speaking that made me talk about personal finance for 30 days. That was literally the bet. That was then the bet of your personal finance girl as a brand, because I'm like, okay, for 30 days straight, I talked about everything you can think about your personal finance. So from your mindset to saving to budgeting to investing, things you should know, books you should read, things like that. I literally made a complete free series, and it's on my Facebook just in case you want to go and look for it. I literally made this full series, and I was like, okay, if people are joining more, my numbers were increasing by the day, and I was getting more comments. I'm like, okay, so people really are interested in this money topic that we've all been hush hushing, because I know for a fact that when I was growing up, money was a hush hush topic. You don't just go ahead and talk about money like that. You don't talk about your personal struggles or your finances, because you don't want anybody to know whether you're doing good, whether you're doing bad. It's just one topic that is reverent and shouldn't just be talked about anyhow, right? And when that happened, I'm like, okay, it was time for me to go out into the world and get the gospel out there, to tell more people about how to get better with their finances. And this happened over the year, over the span of, this is almost 10 years now, because my actual journey, like when I came out of school, was like in 2015, and since then up until now, I've literally been talking about more money in large scale, in big scale, in small scale. Like, if you find me and you indulge me, I'm definitely going to be leaving you with something that you can take home and get better with. In fact, I just remembered, like, was it this week? Either way, it's okay. I was on Wednesday. I was on my way home from my radio show, and somebody reached out to me. I'd met her like in December. We just connected. We didn't really have any conversation. She was like, "Oh, I've been seeing what you've been doing, and yada yada yada. This is where I am, and we had a very very insightful, in-depth conversation. And I'm like, whoa! It means that as much as I feel like I'm not talking about money enough, I think I'm actually talking about money enough for someone to just follow me for less than 4 months. And we met in December, so that's like this is May. So just less than 5 months, like you already know that there's something here. So that's how much that's how my journey started. So like almost 10 years now, I'm talking about money, and I cannot even quantify the number of people I've actually reached. I try to keep it to numbers around 20-30k people, but when I get some personal messages, like I think someone messaged me in April and she talked about how I inspired her to save her first million. You will not believe I've
Wow.
never spoken to this person. Our path, in fact, I didn't even know whether she was following me. Like our path had never crossed, and then I'm getting a DM like, "Oh, you're the one who made me save my first million a few years ago," and I'm like, "Okay, can you all start coming out more so that I can know whether I should
Let
add
me
some
know
more
who I'm
plates in this thing?"
replacing.
So that I can know more, because it was just very random and it was really, really, he had this like lasting good feel. So like that's about like the impact I've made. Like thousand, I have like YouTube. Apart from Instagram, there's TikTok. I think like for YouTube, the people are more generous and they leave comments and they ask questions. But for Instagram, sometimes you don't even see you don't even see them at all. But then they are actually getting these things and they are running with it, and it's really really nice. And then over the years, I've gotten to see that from my own experience and from people that I've worked with, everybody's personal finance journey is going to be different. There's
Mm-hmm.
no one
Mm-hmm.
single story. And then you have to tackle your finances from your own unique point of view. There might be basic things that we will talk about, like you have to save, you have to budget, you have to invest. But the quantity and the quality and your ability to do these things will depend on your own personal circumstance. Most of the time it depends on how well you are doing, or the amount of knowledge that you eventually have, or you're able to gather. And then it even also goes back to like your childhood, your memories, like all of the things you've been doing from time past. It all connects at the end of the day. Because I think I was thinking today, I can remember vividly that every time I talk about my personal finance, like things I'm very comfortable sharing, I talk about how I started earning in primary school. But I know that my money journey actually started way before that, because I can remember a particular conversation I had with my dad. I was way younger, I think maybe 7 or 8 or 6. I can't remember the year, but I definitely knew it wasn't. I was younger than primary. I started earning in primary four, so I was younger than that, and I can still vividly remember that conversation I had with my dad. So I'm like, okay, if that is still somewhere in my subconscious, I can only imagine why I always have to dig down whenever I have personal sessions with people. I literally always have to dig down to the root, like how far can you take me? How far do you remember? So that we know that whenever when we want to clear this grass, we want to build the house, we're literally having our foundations right. We don't want to go ahead and build house on sand, and when rain comes, it washes it all away, because we didn't go to the beginning of the issue. We didn't go to like the base. So I always like to say that your personal finance journey, my personal finance journey would not be the same, but there's some things that we need to know, like literally not putting all of your eggs in one basket like I did in 2015, that made me lose all of my savings. Things like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And then other basic a few rules that would apply. So at the end of the day, you can actually pick out what you want, because it's a free word. It's a free word at the end of the day. You can actually decide to try out different strategies or different frameworks to help you get better with your money. That's pretty much it for like my journey, my experiences, and yeah, whatnot.
Wow. Wow. This is the way I'm just enjoying the gist. So much experience and so much reason of the why behind the brand. For me, I just feel there is a reason you should be doing something for everybody, whether you're a coach, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a trainer. You must have there must be something that must be motivating you. If not,
Yeah.
when there are challenges, you will just back
Mm,
out. For me,
run away.
I started coaching. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So for me, I started coaching SMEs on debt recovery when I personally I was having some people that had people owe them would just come and say, "Oh, I have this person owing me. This person has been owing me for a very long time. I want you to help me recover the money." And then when I look at the figure, I'm like, "No, no, I can't do this. This is beyond the threshold of the firm." Oh, so I didn't discover that some people didn't know that there is a minimum professionals, debt recovery professionals can actually recover. I was like, oh, some people didn't know these things. I also discovered that some people didn't know that you can actually, when it comes to some debt recovery, you can do it by yourself. So there was this life-changing event for me. A particular client came and I said, let me just show you how to do this thing. And you're like, really? And I showed that and she was able to recover, but just like, hey, come and teach me. And my staff was like, okay, okay. So they what I'm just trying to say is there should be a reason. You don't just wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wakes up, or no right thinking person just wakes up to say, I want to do this. There must be something, a motivation or an incident. It could be personal, it could be a client's incident, but something would have made you to say, oh, if this can happen to me, or if this can happen to this person, it means there are 1,000, 1,000,000 people out there that actually needs my help. Thank you so much for that. So quickly, what are the services that you and your organization offer to the public in terms of finance?
What I do in for with your personal finance girl is I offer classes, like courses, actually courses, not just classes. I have courses that could help you get better with your finances. I offer one-on-one coaching services as well. Depending on when we have like a discovery call, it will help us know the extent to which you really want to go, and then it will now align with the consultation that you would be getting from me. Apart from the courses that you could get that are literally hosted on Seller that you can just go and buy, there is the consultation, and then there is the community. So I know that for a fact that not everybody would be willing to spend their money or would be able to afford their money depending on when I find them. So I have a community apart from what we have here on Instagram. There's a WhatsApp community where we have like a lot of us, almost 1,000 of us now, where we talk about money. So you have a question, a random thing that bothers you, we talk about it there. You find something funny and you think you want to get other people's opinion on it when it comes to your personal finance, or it could be something general. There's various times where we've talked about very random things and people have picked up lessons from it. And there's also the investment club where you could join, and over the months you get to actually start investing, because the goal of the investment club is that you join as a member and then we have series of meetings, and then you start implementing those things that you've picked up. So this is for people that are actually already ready to start investing. So you've left all of the budgeting and the saving and you're like, okay, it's time for me to invest. You could join the investment club. And apart from that, I think that's like pretty much it. There's the savings community. So we have like 2 current savings challenge going on. We have the 1-year savings challenge that is still open for members. So the plan was in January, we wanted to have like a target we want to meet at the end of the year. And what happens is that from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, we'll be setting money aside. So by 2025, if there's something you wanted to do in 2023 you couldn't achieve and you're not sure what 2024 has for you, you could join the 1-year savings challenge. Then we have the second saving challenge also, which is the goal is I want to meet 100 millionaires. So if you're thinking, okay, I want to become a millionaire, you don't know where to start from, then the Millions Club is for you. So all you have to do is just join in. I think all of the links, so everything I just said right now, if you're listening, is on the link to my bio. Like, it's really easy to access. Just check through. It's all itemized. So you just click on whatever you want. This is that you want to become a millionaire, one of the 100 millionaires. You join us. Is it that you want to save throughout the year because you want your 2025 to be better? You join us. Is it that you want to become like an investing guru? You join the investing club. Or you just want to even just be among other people
Just have
who
knowledge about
just
finance.
the YPFG community is there for you. And the beautiful thing about the YPFG community, it is free. So it's not that you're thinking, okay, I don't have money to pay a subscription-based community For now, it is free, so you can just join. And then every other thing amongst all of this personal consultation and the courses you can access. And then there's my Instagram, there's YouTube that has anything you can think of you're looking for. Just scroll down. There are over 600 educational posts for you to learn from. So yeah, that's pretty much what your personal finance has to offer, like the public. So if you're an income earner, or you are a freelancer, or you're an entrepreneur who wants to take your finances seriously, I have given you every single thing. So you cannot say you met me and you don't know what next to do. I would have to go
Abi,
and look for
if if
some.
if coaching, if online course, you cannot sit down to go through it. There's community.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like crowd, there is one-on-one.
Like
If you
it's
feel I
really
don't
easy.
have money for all this one, there is YouTube, there is free community. So
So I have everything for you, whatever you're looking for. Once you're serious about your money, don't worry. Just come and meet me.
thank you so much. All right, so let's get at it.
Okay.
For those that are just joining us, we have Oluchi online with us. She's a finance educator and a coach. She's the brand or the brain behind the brand, Your Personal Finance Girl. And today we are talking about 5 strategic investments for SME success to improve better cash flow in business. So we are getting all of this time. We're getting to know, getting more acquainted with the Personal Finance Girl brand. Now we're going into the nitty gritty of tonight's conversation. So, Oluchi,
Mm-hmm.
what exactly is finance literacy, and why should anyone care? Like, why should I even care about finance literacy? Why should I be educated? Why should I have the awareness?
Okay. So I'll start with, because I already said my story. I'm sure like that's one very good example that I would give anybody before actually doing like a proper definition. So just imagine if I knew what I was supposed to do as at a few
Mm,
years ago, and I had a lot of money. Like it's not enough to know that okay you're earning. It's not enough not to know that you can manage money. It's not enough to know that you are saving. You also need to now know what next, because when it comes to money, we look at things like your income. We look at things as managing that money. So money would always come in. You need to know how it goes out or what happens within it. And then when you're done with that, you then now need to know, okay, what can I do to optimize? What can I do to get better? What can I do to earn more? That is where we now look at investing, and then you're like, okay, or rather, we now look at several income streams, or we call it side hustles. But when you're saying, okay, you now want to get to the point where you don't want to always actively work, you want to be free, you want to earn money without putting your sweat and your blood into it, or putting your active time into it, then we can now look at investment. And then there are different aspects of investing. I'm going to get into that. But then there is the, oh, I'm making money is coming in. Okay, I'm managing the money, I know what to do with my money. Then there's the multiplying the money. So financial literacy is needed in these 3 aspects I just mentioned. It could be wide, it's actually wider than this, but we can actually stick to it, because there's also protection. There's also how you can actually now upskill yourself to even start earning in the first place. So that's like the 2 other ends that I like to talk about. So we're like, okay, I earn money, I'm managing the money, I want to multiply the money. So financial literacy is your ability to be able to manage your money properly. You being able to tell your money where you want it to go. You being able to
mm,
send your money on errands to bring in more money for you. So you might actually go on Google and you're seeing a lot of English, a lot of things, budget save. At the end of the day, these are like the simple things financial literacy helps you to do. And what does it entail? It is you being more knowledgeable about the world of finance. I'd like to use the word money, but it doesn't thoroughly encompass. So it's you being more knowledgeable about the world of finance. It's the same way we had to go to school to learn how to read and write, so that every other aspect of our lives, we don't have to bother about comprehension. We don't have to bother about being able to interpret whatever is written, or being able to make better decisions for ourselves. It's the same way you also need to get yourself equipped with the right knowledge when it comes to your finances, your personal finance as well, your business finance as well. You also need to get to that point where you're educating yourself to get better with your money. So that's literally financial literacy, and then it cuts across different aspects of your life, like I mentioned, from earning to spending to investing, like how you get the money in, how you keep it, how you dispense it. It's like I'm trying to use like different words so that you can actually catch, like, know that, oh, it's really not that it's really not that complicated if you look at it. And why exactly should I care about it? If I had known prior to when I was making money aggressively, I was saving money aggressively, if I had better financial education, see, till now, there are some days I'm like, if I do not lose all of that money, I know where I'll be right now. Doesn't matter. The money has gone. But then I still look back and like, this is how I threw away a few years of work that I have done, just because I didn't know the right thing to do. I didn't know what was the right step, or what was the next step for me to take when it came to my finances. So you should care about what happens to your money. You should care about how to handle your money better, because it is important. At the end of the day, money is that thing, or rather your finances, let me not just even say money. Your finances is that thing that causes a lot of people stress. Imagine if all you had to, all your problems, you didn't have any money issue. Like, a lot of people don't have where to sleep, are worried about their businesses, are worried about what to eat next, are worried about their saving coming to always save them. If you had better understanding, you'll be making decision from a place of comfort, from a place of peace. I think I was in a Twitter, I was on this Twitter space yesterday, and we're talking about where did your salary go, to something like that, a Gen Z slang and all of that. And somebody was like, oh, at the end of, like, at the beginning of the month, I only have 90K left. I was telling my colleague. But now the flip side to this, I was like, how did you spend all of your salary just like that in one day? And he made it seem as though he had not done anything. And then he goes back to break it down and say, oh, I've already saved, I've already invested, and this is free money for me that I have, minus all of my bills I have already sorted out, food and everything. And I'm like, you should have started from there. You made me feel like you were not
You
conscious
just
about your
squandered it.
money. Yes. And I'm like, if a lot of people could get to that point where they're like, okay, I know where exactly my money goes. So that guy is okay with 90K in his account. 90K that we know that by the time you take Uber of 3K to and fro, that's like, it's going to take you how many times now to spend that money? Like, it's not a lot of trips. So if that kind of person is making decision, he's more calm, he's more confident, he knows that, okay, every other thing, food, going out, bills are sorted. But just imagine you find yourself in that situation and you don't even know exactly where the money went to, because half the time a lot of people spend their salaries in advance, like their personal money. By the time the money comes in, there's this standing order that removes this one, there's this one that takes that one, there's a black tax that takes this one. By the beginning of the month, I can never remember, my colleague was saying it, like, it's as though May is going to be long. Why did he say this? Why am I why? It's like, that salary came in on the 20 something, and then there was a lot of breaks, and now I the money I have left would not even last me for 3 weeks. This is someone who knows that May has of your 4 weeks. The salary that you received at the end of April is for May, and you're already lamenting that you don't know what happened to your money. Eh? It means that at that point in time, or when you were doing all of the going out and spending, you were not financially
Out of
conscious. You're not
impulse.
thinking. Yeah, you were just going with the flow. Oh, this, that, and now it has stayed in your eye. The money is almost finished. Like, if you have financial literacy, if you have this knowledge, this education. Like, it's very simple. It doesn't even have to take you 3 months, 6 months to get yourself equipped with the right knowledge to now start building that future that you want. Now start, because I don't want anybody. Funny thing is, I really do not want anybody to make the same mistake I made. And I've seen a couple of people that have honestly made this same type of mistake I have made, that never recovered from it, that never picked themselves up after losing their money. They just allowed life to continue the way it is. And if I had remained like that, if I did not go ahead to get financial literacy, it means that I probably would still even be making those same set of mistakes. I'll just say, maybe it's my luck. Maybe it's because I did not read it well. Maybe because I did not look at the fine print. That was why my money went. And I'll continue in that cycle, right? And then there are some of us that it doesn't even have to be that investment mistake. There's sometimes that there's some things that you spend your money on. If you had better knowledge, if you had better understanding, I promise you, you won't be doing those things. Just imagine you downloading your bank statement from the day you opened your account, probably from 2010 or 2015 or 2020 that you opened a particular bank account. You'll be surprised at the inflow and outflow that had gone in. And then most of the time, you have to sit down and ask yourself, what exactly did I do with this money? Where exactly did this money go? You don't want that for yourself. That is why it is important for you to get equipped, like to get this education as soon as possible. So that is like pretty much the reason why you really do need personal
Yeah.
finance.
Yeah. Thank you so much. See, while you were even talking, I just remembered something that happened to me.
Wow.
There was a particular time I was feeling that, where is my money? Like, I'm not making enough money. I then decided that I was going to take my statements of accounts for a particular month and study it.
Hmm.
And when I studied it,
What did you find?
I had
Oh my
spent
word.
money in I had spent money in seven figures, and I was
Whoa.
here saying I'm not making money. And I now sat down and I said, let me even look at what I have used this money
To
for.
do.
And I just saw that impulse buying,
Mm-hmm.
this one is this one is
Not
no,
much.
it's not like it's not good to live a good life and
Mm-hmm.
all of that. And that is why I am so passionate about SMEs. And the reason is, I think a turning point for me was when we did a debt recovery matter, and the woman committed suicide.
Oh my
And
word.
it was really devastating, because inability to manage your finance properly.
Mm-hmm.
You see, even when the profits are coming in your business, you won't even know where it's going to. It's even what lead a lot of SMEs to bad debts, because you take a loan to finance or push a particular business transaction, and then the money you've made, this money, the money is coming up, but because you are not managing your finance well, inflow and outflow, before you know it, the profits you have made to pay back that loan, you won't even find it.
Mm-hmm.
The loan itself, the capital loan, you will not find it. And then when they're running after you, you are just like, oh, you're crying and all of that. So finance literacy is one thing that every small micro business owner must take seriously.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that eye opener. So now the next question is, why should SMEs invest at all? Like, I'm a small, micro, medium business. Why on earth are you preaching investment to me?
Very important. Well, let me start from there. So you're putting in so much effort into running your business. If you're an SME, it means that there's a very high probability that you have like minimal staff. For some people, they are both the CEO, driver,
The CFO, the
manager,
COO, the secretary.
everything. You're putting in so much time and effort into this particular business. And then for those that are able to now expand, you're paying people salary. People are now dependent on you. And you're not able to put in more. You're not able to grow this business to the maximum capability, because investing will open your eyes up to really like a lot more opportunities, because you're first of all you're playing small, and let me do it with Let me do it with my what do you call that thing? Let me do my own personal money. Let me do my own personal capital. And then there are some of us that are able to now come up with a business plan, come up with a business model, see how much money we can make. And then you need capital to be able to harness that high growth that you have been thinking about, that really, really high growth. You need to invest. And investing means you're putting in more, you're pouring in more, because you know that the more you pour into this business, probably it is your time, probably it is your money, probably it's investors' money. You hope that, or rather, you are calculating enough to see that, oh, there might be a 10% increment. For some people, there might be a 1,000% increment. Why shouldn't you? If you have the opportunity to grow and grow faster, is there anybody that wants to say that, oh, I would rather be a snail and be crawling small, or be a leopard that can just move as fast as the speed of light? Nobody would choose the latter, because you know that in the long run, you're going to benefit from it. I'm not sure anybody has ever said no to extra funds. Or me, you give me more money, I will collect. So
Free
you're
money
not telling me that
or passive income. Who
like
would
you're
say
not
no
telling
to
me that
that?
my business can go to the extent where I can be paying myself salary of 7 figures because my business can afford it. Come on now. You're actually telling me that you're not going to do it. This is the possibility that investing can afford you as an SME. And there are various ways that you can get to it. Or are you trying to tell me that as an SME, you want to remain an SME when you can as well become a multinational? When you can as well have branches across the globe? No, no. I'm not sure anybody would say no to that. I'm not sure anybody would say no to more growth, or to more profit, or to more income. I mean, I think even at the cost of it will be more income, because you're going to be earning more eventually. So that's pretty much one of the reasons. I think I've given more than one reason, but these are like the
Yeah,
reasons
you have.
why
Yeah.
you as an SME, you as a business owner, should be looking at ways to invest, to be looking at ways to pour into this business, so that eventually you can retire. You can just say, oh, I'm no longer going to be the person doing the CEO. I can actually get a what's called an experienced person to run this aspect that I'm deficit, and I might just be like a supervisor to be sure that every other thing runs as planned. My vision and vision of this business, my mission and vision of this business is being ran to the core. So like that, I don't like. I try to think, is there any reason why I shouldn't be investing in my business, or I shouldn't invest? No, I can't find any. I honestly cannot find any.
Thank you so much. For me, I think that it all depends on what the business person is actually looking at. And for me, I see a lot of SMEs, they desire so much, but they're not planning or preparing for it.
Mm.
And these things don't come overnight. I had an interview one time, and I was differentiating between a hustler and an entrepreneur. And there's a clear difference. So
Yes.
for somebody that is just doing business for survival, you don't want to build a brand. You don't want to build a global brand. You don't want to build. Look at Paystack for like I think 2 3 years ago, 5. They got um um international recognition and partnership and all of that. It's all about positioning. Do you know the kind of investment they have made and all of that? So
Mm-hmm.
for me, I just feel like you said, why would anybody not want to invest? Because that is a passive income. So we want to understand, because our topic is saying strategic investment will help us in having cash flow in a small, micro, medium business. What
Mm-hmm.
exactly is cash flow, and how does it affect business transaction?
Right. So
Because we keep hearing cash flow, profit, cash flow. A lot of people don't understand this, these terms.
this
So
thing,
please break it down for us as the finance
okay.
guru.
So when it comes to business, half the time, what's half the time? 99% of the time, you need money to run the business. You need
All
to,
the time.
if you are, what's it called? If you are what
I
in
can't
this
hear you
conversation.
again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
So I want to start. I was saying I want to start the conversation from those that do online businesses because they feel like they are not part
Okay.
of the conversation because you don't have a physical store. Because you don't have a physical store, they're like, okay, no, I'm not really doing business. So cash flow is actually the money that comes in and money that goes out of your business. We can liken it to how money comes in and out of your personal account. Every business needs cash flow. Every business needs money to come in and money to go out to be functional. So even if you're an online business, you don't use a physical store, you need data. Which money are you going to be using to buy the data? Is from your cash flow. And some people might actually feel like, okay, does it equate to revenue? No. Revenue is money that you are generating. Cash flow is money that just comes in and comes out. So what are you spending on? How are you growing? What are those things you are doing to bring in money? What are those things that are taking money out of the business? Is it that you're buying new stock? Is it that you're buying equipment? Is it that you're servicing your clients? Is it that like you literally need so every business to be successful, you need influence. In fact, let's say you even want to go and look for investors, you want to go and look for people to come and invest in your business. You also need that. You need to have like a bit of okay, this is the money that come in. This is what we use the money for. This is money that are gone out. This is what we need the money for. This is the amount of money that we need to run this business successfully throughout the month. You need to know it. So it's from your sorry, it's from your cash
Sorry. Yeah.
flow that you would literally know what this figure is or what this thing what the need of my particular business is at a particular point in time. And this information is important because I don't think anybody should be running a business if you cannot tell what exactly is coming in and what exactly is going out of your business. Like, what are we doing here? You should have these figures. I know that
We are
I if I'm
playing. We are doing 10-10.
so I know that if I'm talking about personal finance, I like to say, oh, it's not that deep, it's not that difficult, but it is business. We are doing business here. We need to come to play. We're not here to talk about how, oh, I think we spent 10 naira here. I think, no, you should know the exact figures. You should know what is coming in. You should know what is going out. You should know what you need to run your business. You should know what is coming in terms of revenue. You should know, okay, is it that an investor gave me money and this is how I'm spent? You should know. It is absolutely paramount for you to know what your cash flow is, what the figures are you growing, are you not growing, are you reducing, are you not reducing? Like all of these things are important basically. So and I'm going to now add that for those that think that, oh, because I'm not paying my rentals, it's inside my house, these things are actually still important because there are other aspects of the business. You probably will be paying a dispatcher, you probably will be paying like a staff, like a virtual assistant. All of these things are funds that
Electricity.
even with my electricity, you're running a business. There's the part of admin as well. You are drinking water. There's run like all of these things are eventually
We are using
important.
data.
I think I think I've overstretched the part of you being able to know what your operating cost is, you being able to know what the investing opportunities that might have come in or what you're pumping into the business minus your time. Like you also even need to value a funny thing, you also need to value all of these things. Like, okay, fine, the business cannot pay me now, but this is what I'm putting in terms of my time. This is what I'm putting in terms of capital and equity, or this is what XYZ is putting in. Like, I hope, I don't know, I want to ask, like, do you understand what cash flow is now? Because I think, like, I've said a lot of things, and I want
Yeah.
to be sure that
You,
those that are
you,
following
you,
understand.
yeah, you've actually. I am following, and I also hope that those online are following. You see, what you just said reminded me of a matter I handled last year.
Mm-hmm.
This young startup was looking for investment opportunity, and somehow he was sending his proposal. Somehow somebody knew him and knows somebody in the US that wanted to invest. But for those outside the country, they are more they like to do things properly, unlike most of us here in Nigeria. So the proposed investor contacted us to carry out due diligence on the startup and advice on um, uh, the possibility of investment. And then we have stages for that. But the first stage is to have a one-on-one conversation. We call it the interview stage. We gave the guy a form to fill, and in the form, I didn't see a business account number, because he was supposed to fill and put his business account number, so he put his personal account number. When we asked for estimates, I didn't see any figure, like estimate of what he's making, estimate of profit, because you're saying you're going to give the investor this particular amount of money. And we're now asking you, okay, give us an estimate of what you are making so that we can determine the possibility of paying that investor that amount of money. So when we had the oral interview with him, I was like, okay, how much is your money? How much are you making per month? So you cannot really give me a figure per month, but you can give me a figure per day. Okay? Give
Okay.
figure. I said, okay, let us go by this your figure. Let's times it by 30 days, for example. So do you think that you'll be able to pay the investor and all of that? Okay, why don't you have a business account? And he didn't have a business account, he didn't have a registration, and everything. So I was even like, how did he? So what he actually did was he got a name. You know the way a lot of people online do that. So my name is Precious, and I decided to say Precious Enterprises Limited. That was the brand he was pushing out. So he had a logo, he had everything, he had a mini website, everything. So it was when we now started doing due diligence, because I tried to check it with CAC, I didn't see anything. So when we are talking about sorry, when we are talking about investments and cash flow and all of that, you will lose the investment opportunities, because the
Yeah.
person so for the client to actually pay us, because to do a due diligence for a startup is a whole lot of money, and the person paid. So in other words, the person was actually interested in that business, because if the person was not interested, he wouldn't even pay lawyers to come and do.
Yeah.
So this is how SMEs meet opportunities. And if you can't tell money that is coming in and out of your business, and you're looking for an investor, like who wants to throw away money?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for that very eye-opening response. So now, what investment options can we, let me include myself, as SMEs investing? What options are open? Don't come and tell us investment of 100 million. We
No,
are
no,
we are
no,
small.
no, no. So I'm going to
That
start
can ensure
from.
constant cash flow in our business.
So I'm going to start from. I'm going to start from not the regular things you anybody listening to this replay will be expecting to hear. So you want to increase the amount of money that comes in and out of your business. It means that your business has to be in order. It means that your
Has
system
to be
has
what? I didn't get that. Your business has to be what?
it has to be in order. Like it has
Okay,
to have
beautiful.
like a process guideline. It has to have like a working model.
A
It has
structure.
to, yes, it has to have structure. At the end of the day, you should be able to step away from that business, and that business should still be running. So first things first, I know that a lot of people will not like this. You really do need to invest in setting up your business structure. That is like the most, I feel like it's the most important
Number one
investment
investment.
anybody wants to do. You want to run a business, you want it to be successful, you want to have massive investment or investors, you want to have massive profits. I will let me say ROI, even though it doesn't relate in this particular scenario. You want to have your structure in place. You also want to invest in automations. So you are sleeping in at home. Somebody comes on your business website or your business Instagram by 2 a.m. The person should be able to get that service or whatever product. So the person should leave their money for you that day, that minute, in
While
less
you are
than
sleeping,
while
oh,
you are
while you are
sleeping.
sleeping.
Automation is very, very, like, you want money, right? We're talking about cash flow. You want money to come in and out of your business. Because like you said earlier, just imagine that investor was doing due diligence because he was like, oh, this might be a very good opportunity for all of us to have a mutually beneficial relationship. I give you money, I make money. And there's nothing. There's no structure. There's
No,
no
nothing.
even CAC.
But sorry, Oluchi, sorry, pardon me. The guy, I'm so sorry to interject talking about that. The guy had a seemingly, I don't want to use too much grammar, structure on the internet. Because I have discovered that a lot of people have good branding, good online presence, but when
Of
you go
course.
deep into that business, nothing. Yes, please go on.
Yeah. So you want to be attractive, not just like you said, not just attractive on the outside, but on the inside. So your business structure would help out. You being able to set up an automated system that works on things like your accounting, your invoicing, your inventory. If you're someone who does product-based businesses, like so that you're reducing the chance of the human error. You're also saving time because I really don't want to wait till in the morning to place an order. Sometimes there are many of us that just go online to go and shop out of impulse. And you're a business person, you should collect that free money because by the time they sleep and wake up, they'll remember that, oh, I really don't need this thing at the end of the day. You're reducing your cash flow because your structure is not in place. Like you don't have like a customer relationship management that reminds people that, oh, you left your cart, oh, it is not done. Just imagine you have like 50 leads every day and you have to reach out to 50 people. Minus the one that had reached out to you the weeks before. You're leaving a lot of money on the table. So you want to invest in things like this. Before you're even thinking about investing in actual assets, you want to be sure that whatever you are doing, money is coming in. And like you said, the branding, it's very important for you to invest in branding. There's some of us that do really good business, really, really good product offering, and then a few services. But by the time I'm coming to your page, I'm like, okay, I'm checking on you on Google. I can't find your website. I can't find anything about you. You want to invest in things like your branding, your personal branding, your company, your company obviously should be branded.
Your
Good
line
logo,
of it.
good, yes, good write-ups about you that would tell anybody what you do at a glance. You want to also do things like digital marketing, whereby you have your personal brand in place. By the time people are searching for this thing, you should be on the list of the top searches so that people can find you. You will not believe, like, okay, so let me use, like, but the reason why I had to bring this up is, so like I run different businesses, right? And have I have my Google my business set up for my perfume business. So I sell perfumes as well. And do you know that every month I get my analytics about how many people have checked me out on Google. And I'm like, this was a very good move I did. This was like a very smart move because I get calls from Google. That is orders. Like I get sales from Google without doing anything. I'm not talking about ads here. I'm not talking about posting on Instagram or
Just
posting on WhatsApp.
being on the map.
Just being online and just being searchable. Like that was an investment. And in the long run, is it paying off or not? Am I getting inflow or not? That is like basically most of the things that we should be looking at. We should be looking to invest in. We're going to get to assets very soon, right? So another thing is, how many have I mentioned now? I'll mention. Okay, let me mention one more before mentioning assets. I'm going to
Asset.
talk about training. I'm going to talk about training. I'm going to talk about training. Why am I talking about training and development? At the end of the day, like my mentor told me yesterday, you can only get as much, or you can, your capacity is capped at as much as you know. So if you only know 10, bad as the bad, maybe you do 11. So if you are equipped, you're training yourself, you're training your staff, you're investing massively in personal development, being able to go for conferences, learn from thought leaders in your industry, read books, watch videos, implement these things in your business, you would expand. I know I know someone, she runs a fashion business, and I'm inspired daily as to every other day this lady is at another conference learning. She's at another workshop learning. And the beautiful thing, in the past 2 years, I have seen how much she has grown. Like, is mind, let's say, I don't want to use, let me not use mind boggling. Like, it is obvious how much this person is doing really well. There's like obvious expansion. There are investors coming in. Like, there is heavy inflow in her business. And I can only imagine puts her books. Okay, so I'm back. So if she puts her books in order, in another 5 years, we're looking at, oh, it's already even a global brand because she has international clients. We're looking at massive investment, like 7 figures in dollars, that is going to be going into this business because of how much vigorous treatment she has put herself in, and how much she's implementing these things that she knows. So before you now even go to, you want to start investing in assets, you want to start investing in, you want to buy like stocks for your business. So there's this thing that, let me just mention them because I think they're the only ones I know that is doing it currently, that is simplified. So Harryrise has a product called Sprouts. So it's just for small business owners that want to invest in their.
Can't hear her. Can't hear her again. Oh, hi. Sorry, everyone. She will soon be back. It's network because at the time, the screen was at the time she wasn't moving, like I wasn't. Okay, so Instagram is back to what they did to us when we started this live section. So we are trying to. Yes, I know the internet logged you out because you were just talking and I saw that your screen was on a pause. I was like, no, there's something wrong. Please, can you cancel the request and send another request? I cannot. I've tried to accept it. It's just like the first time. Cancel that one and send another one. I've been trying to accept it. It's not going. Just like that first time. That first time. That's what we're experiencing now. Okay. Hold on, everybody. We are coming live back. We're coming back. We're coming back. I don't know what's happening. I cannot see her. Okay. Okay. So send another one. I've cancelled that one. Send another one. It's just network. Internet can, I mean, Instagram can be like this sometimes. Okay, beautiful. I've accepted. I hope you will come. Okay. I think you're coming online now. I can't see you. Can you see me now? Please, everyone, just hold on. She's coming back soon. It's just network. Let me see if I can invite her. I don't know what is happening. Maybe you have to send the request again. Oluchi, you have to send the request again. I've accepted. I accepted the first time, but it's not just. It's not just. It's not just clicking. People are people are still journeying. Thank you for coming online. We are into the second half. You know how it is when you're playing match. First half, we're into the second half. So you are partially on time. Though we've actually discussed a lot. Though the replay will come up before 12 midnight today. So you can get to watch the replay. Oluchi, please send a request again. I don't know what's up with the internet these days. I don't know what's up with them. Please send a request. Okay. I've accepted. Oh. Ha. I've accepted the request like how many times now? I've accepted it. Instagram. Instagram, we are begging you. You see tonight's topic. The table that Oluchi is shaking this night, she's shaking it for everybody, including myself. So I want her to shake the table properly, break the legs of the table, so that when we are doing the leg back, we can know what we are doing with our finance. What do we do now? You just have to keep sending the request because I'm even looking for you. I'm even looking for you to add. I can't find you. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we had Oluchi online and she's coming back. We're just trying to see how we can maneuver the network, and you know she has been discussing personal finance with us, and she's talked about so many things. Actually, the last question that we asked her was about what type of investment can SMEs actually invest in that can ensure cash flow in the business. And she started by saying, number one investment, invest in your business. Like, if you don't invest in your business, who else will invest in your business? I am still trying to understand. If you don't trust the potentiality of your business, the future of your business, that your business has value, if you are not bold enough to invest in your business, to even use your life savings to invest in your business, so is it people outside that should now trust the business that you said you have, or the solution that you say you are going to give us for us to pay you for it? Is it those people? Is it all that we now like say we want to help you invest in your business? So she said one of the key investments to that SMEs can do concerning their business that can yield cash flow is self-investment. That is investing in your business. Register your business, get legal structure, get operational structure, get corporate structure, have structure, systems and strategies in place, no matter how small. Last year I did a training for I was ready for a training, and one thing I told because it was a training for and businesses, so they brought that staff for staff training, and I told them, I said, even if you are just 2 people in your company, create a departmentalize your back, okay, your business, okay, cancel all your requests. And a message just popped up that made me to laugh. Please cancel your request, your previous request, cancel it totally and send a fresh one. Cancel it totally and send a fresh one. So I told them during that training last year, I said, even if you people are just 2 in your business, set a department. That is structure. If you have a secretary and only you, or you have a virtual assistant and only you, that is 2. Let the virtual assistant know the person you are in charge of media or publicity or content generation or content posting. Set a department while you might be in charge of sales. Because if you don't set departments in your company, now that people are 2, when you are 10, you would think I will say no, everybody will just be doing everything. So that is one way to invest. She also said another way to invest in your company or your business is to invest in automation. What exactly is automation? AI. Infusing different AI software. There is AI for, okay, so for example, if you want to do send mails to your mail contacts, if you don't have an email list, please go and get an email list. So if you want to send mails to your mail contacts, do you know that you can schedule your mails till July of what you want automatically to deliver? That is one automation. Another automation is payments or reminder. Another automation is they call it sales funnel. I'm not an expert in this field, but I've gone for some training myself, so I have a very good idea. So you want somebody to buy your product, you take the person through a step-by-step guide on how the person will buy. That is what the funnel is all about. And these are automation. So Lucia said, invest in automation, invest in training. I don't want to tell you the training that I have gone for. Sometimes you would think I want to start a social media company. No. I only did that so that I can really know, so that by the time you are engaging a social media manager, you will now know, is this person doing the right thing or not? We in the office, we engage a social media manager for one of our outlets, just like Oluchi. I like money and I run different businesses. And the person, in fact, if, of course, I'm not going to call her, but if I call her name, you will know the person. All over social media, making different noises. I had to screen record what she did to, and all this gist is just to, okay, so Oluchi is typing in the comment section, yes, so I'm going to be reading. So I had to screen record what she did to the person that referred, and the person was so disappointed. Invest in training, have an idea of something, okay? For example, let me talk about my field. Somebody is owing you 500,000. You're now meeting me, a debt recovery lawyer, to come and recover 500,000. How? When I charge you administrative mobility fee, I mean, what is going to be left in your money? So that is why you must learn to, go for training, learn how to recover money by yourself. It's only those big money, complex debt recovery matter that you refer to debt recovery experts like us. So that is part of investment. Oluchi is saying invest in assets as well. Please just keep it coming in the comment section. I'll keep reading it to them. Invest in assets. The different things you can invest in as a small, medium business owner. In fact, one training that I went for years back said, have a savings account for your business. It will still be in the name of your business, but you will dedicate that account that This account is for savings. So after you have done your expenses, you've paid your salary, let me say you have done everything, what is left? You've paid salary, what is left as your profit? No, salary, you don't count salary as part of profit. It's when you have done all that, that's what is left is now your profit. You have removed, for some of us, or for some people, if your rent is 5.5 million in a year, you will now divide that 5.5 million in 12 months. So how much would that? Please, the mathematicians in the house, I think it's about 400 or 450,000. So when you are, that's per month. In fact, that is even why some people cannot even pay their rent. When you are doing your deduction, you must remove that 450,000 and keep. Before before it's 12 months, you would have had more than enough rent to pay. So let's assume when you have done all these deductions, your profit is now 550,000. You have paid your salary. That 550,000, just put it in your savings account. 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. When investment opportunity comes for you as a business person, you have what is it called? Emergency funds or whatever funds. You have something to fall back on. But some people, once that money comes, they'll just do what they want, what they like. There are some opportunities that will come. You know that there are some contracts that you may be pursuing that you see the opportunity, and what is required of you to have might need you to spend money. Some people don't even have savings for the business that you can quickly take out of to run. You must have emergency funds. I shared a video last 3 months or 2 months, I can't remember, but early this year. Some people will finish up to 5K they don't have in their account. They don't have. So something quickly happened. That is why you will quickly run to loan app. You have quick need, or you want to quickly do something, or you are coming home. These kids, what would they take to school tomorrow? You say, let me buy plantain. Plantain now is gold. Let me buy plantain like 4,000. You don't have any money. You don't go to loan app. You must leave emergency funds. Okay, so our guest, sorry guys, I don't know what is happening. Our guest, is she still trying to come online? She's still trying. I'm still trying to add her, but she's writing the stuff in the comment section. She said, so you can have a yielding savings account that offers you higher interest. Beautiful. For example, I know of fixed deposit accounts where you just put your money there for a particular number of period of time, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. Of course, if you do a fixed deposit account, the interest rate for fixed deposit account is not the same as the regular deposit account, because there are rules and regulations for fixed deposit. You cannot just walk into the bank and say you want to withdraw the money. Unlike savings, anytime you can just go in and withdraw. But for fixed deposits, you will have to notify them, because of course the bank is using your money to run business. It is out of that business that when they make profit, they will now pay you a higher interest rate. Please keep it coming. Okay, she's also saying then strategic investments such as assets like lands or buildings, real estate here is a good location, rather, that allows you grow and scrap off rental. Do you have the Oluchi, I'm doing your work for you. Hey, you're going to pay me tonight. Do you have a dream that if today you are running your business in a rented apartment, what is your goal? Do you have a goal of you're going to build your own structure just for your company? I don't mean building your own house. Your own house is different. That you're going to buy a property, your company is going to grow to the extent that you buy a land or buy a property, bring it to the ground, build it, renovate it, or build it from the beginning, and the property is in the name of your company. Those are assets. If you want to do, there's what we call merger and acquisition in corporate restructuring. You want to merge with a company, or the company wants to acquire you, or you want to partner with global partnership or international partnership. What do you think this company will be looking at? They'll be looking at the investment, not in your personal, in the name of your company. For example, your logo can be trademarked. And take, for example, Fanta, Coca-Cola. Those are multinational, global, multi-million dollars logo. Some your trade words, your service words, those are things you can also invest in. So it's not just enough for you to go and get logo. Some of you will go to Canva and go and do logo, and you now go and trademark that one. I hope you know that you cannot trademark logos that you get from Canva, so that you not do let me give you a little bit intellectual knowledge, legal intellectual knowledge, because those are intellectual properties of Canva. Get a professional that will get you a professional logo. Because if you get a professional that does a professional logo, they will research and they will make sure that your logo is unique. Work on your branding. Trademark it. Trademark your trade name. Trademark your trade slogan. Trademark your big company logo. Those are investments. Yes, personal finance girl, I'm still waiting. All right, so I think you've given us these examples of things that you can invest in. Thank you so much. So I'm going to move to the next question. I'm reading it out. I think people are also seeing it in the comment section. The next question is, how does this investment option help SMEs have better cash flow in business? Oh, this would have been better talked. Like, it would have been better she's just flowing. But what can we do? We have to, learn how to re-strategize when Instagram decided to like do us long thing. So Oluchi, these investment options that you have given us. Oh, you send a screenshot. Unfortunately, my WhatsApp phone is what I'm using to go live. So I can't even look at it. And I can't even tell one of the staff to actually. I need to like send your number to them. So this video, oh god, I'm able to join. I really don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Okay, let's try this for the last time. Exit totally. Oluchi, exit totally from this live section and join again. You know you have been online and you're trying to send requests. So exit, leave the conversation totally, and then join the conversation and send a request. Let's try it for the last time and let's see whether or not that would work. If it doesn't work, we can now call it a day and we will do a part 2 of this. We'll definitely have to do a part 2 of this. And we're just left with 3 questions and we would have been done. So Luchi, can you just leave this live section totally, leave it totally, and then send a request again? It's network. It's network. I really don't know, because I can't access what you sent. Done that multiple times. Wow. I can't access what you sent to me. It's the phone that you sent it to. It's actually here. Okay, no problem. We are going to have on my 2 phones. Wow. If it was like a prayer meeting, I'd have said, devil is a liar. Or is there somebody that the devil does not want him or her to have financial breakthrough through this conversation? All right, guys. That would be it tonight. Our guest was unable to join, but it's been a very great conversation. But I'm just going to take it up from where she stopped. The next question I was going to ask her was, how does this investment help you as a business person have a better cash flow? It's so simple. I gave an illustration of the guy that one of our clients in the US asked us to conduct due diligence on his business because they wanted to invest. And the guy had no structure, no strategy, no system, no nothing. So how does this affect the person? Now, the reason this particular startup needed investment was he had a beautiful business idea. To be very fair to him, when I went through his proposal and everything, and the bling bling bling. He had a good business idea, and that was even why someone from the US wanted to invest, but they couldn't because the guy had no structure. Now, what this simply means is, if you do not invest in your business, you are going to definitely lack basic cash flow. So that guy would have gotten millions of naira that would have helped him have inflow, because inflow and outflow is what is called cash flow. This would have helped him to restructure his business and, of course, upscale his business. Let us not deceive ourselves. At one time or the other, you will need huge money to actually, build, upscale your business. So recently, I don't know how many of us know Trauma, Mrs. Trauma, accounting hub. She does this data entry academy. She recently won, I think, from MasterCard and one other company like that. She won $100,000. There is no way her business will remain the same. For somebody to win $100,000, that's about, we're looking at 120, 130 million naira. If she puts that into her business, not even all the money, if she puts 50% of that money back into her business will get to another level. So what I'm trying to say in essence is, you need cash flow to grow. Why are you in business if there is no inflow and outflow? You cannot just be taking money. You must also be spending money, not frivolously, but spending money on important things to help you grow. There is a particular training that you are supposed to be there, going to better, there's a particular training that I want to even go. I'm preparing myself to go for that training next year. Because the network of people you're going to meet is different. Your mindset is going to shift. Okay? Your life can never remain the same. If you don't have cash flow, if money is not coming in, which money will you use to go and pay for training? So, one of the ways investment helps you, how does this investment help you to also help you to have better cash flow? Firstly, if you invest in your business, you give it the legal structure it ought to have, you give it the necessary structure it ought to have, definitely when investors come, for example, they can feel at ease. When you are, of course, we know we have grants. When you want to apply for grants, they look at your business structure and see, oh, this business is well structured. This business is well structured, so we can actually give the person grants. They don't just give, nobody gives grant to any Dick, Tom, and Harry. No, they will look at your business structure. They will go and do background investigation to see how they want to read testimonials from your customers. Now, if you have not delivered high quality service, will customer give you testimonials? If you have not invested in your business, how would you get testimonials? Okay. So I'm seeing two requests from your two different phones, and I am even accepting both. But it's not even, it's telling me Oluchi is unable, personal finance left. So this is because the more you invest in your business, the more cash flow. You invest in your business, you are able to attract the right customers and clients, and they're able to pay you, and then you're able to do the things that you want to do. I have a slogan that says is it a slogan or a saying that says that customer is the king. I mean, cash flow is the king. No, customer is the king, cash flow is the queen, and they both rule the business kingdom. So, in other words, customer brings in the cash flow into your business. So, if you do not invest in your business, customers are most likely not to even see you or even come around. Try to accept again. Yeah, I have. There's so many people online tonight, and this is really, really like, I'm trying to accept from both phones, from both of your requests. I'm trying that. It's pretty annoying. Like, I don't know what's wrong with I don't know what's wrong with. Oh,
I think I'm
finally.
back.
Goodness me. I'm just busy talking. Just to keep.
Thank you.
And
I'll
people
be
are
happy.
really, a lot of people online.
I
Please
don't
just
know.
continue from where you stopped. Welcome back. You would have
Okay,
paid
I
me
was
money
able to
tonight because I'm
say,
just doing your job. All right.
this was not funny, but
It was not
anyways,
funny. Like
um,
I don't understand.
anyways, well, your question, your last question.
Yeah. So the last question was the business options. No, we are done with the business options. I read out
Okay,
what you said, the investment options rather. So we're going now to how does this investment you have talked about. Okay, so for those that are just joining, our topic is because there are about almost like 20 or almost 20 people join like 5 minutes back. So our topic today is 5 strategic investment for SME success to improve better cash flow. We really covered a lot, but I want to start from where we had network issue. Personal finance girl told us investment options that SMEs can invest in to ensure cash flow in their business. She mentioned investing in your business, get structure for your business. She mentioned investing in automation, automate your sometimes you can just be sleeping and you wake up in the morning and you're seeing like how many hundreds of thousands in your account. That's because automation has been put in place. She talked about training. Train yourself, invest in training your staff, because the more knowledge you know, you cannot even grow beyond what you know. She also talked about investing in real estate. I hope that is
yes,
correct. And
yes.
what was the fifth thing you talked about?
So, investing in real estate, that was like that was in the investing in asset part. So there's also
Yeah, the
investing in
asset part.
structure. The first one was investing in structure, where we talked about
Yeah.
other things like your business name, your processes, your models, your like everything structure is like number one, and every other thing you've mentioned. So I was trying to explain before I got cut off. I remember I gave an example. I was trying to
I hope this is not network issue again. Because her screen is on pause. Instagram, what did we do to you people tonight? Please, if you can see personal finance girl, just write in the comment section, I can see and hear her. Let me just know that I'm not the only one that is not seeing her. So please, if you can see, oh goodness me. Network. What did we do to you people? Instagram. Instagram. What did we do to you people? Ha. Okay, so while we're waiting for her to send another request, hopefully this time it will go. Welcome everybody. There's quite a number of you that have joined. Let me use this time to welcome those partial late comers. if I call your name, just say present in the comment section. Ja 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 Y8517. Please just type present in the comment section. Soludu, are you present? Or you just breathe in and you breathe out? Femo the realtor. Femo the realtor. Rookies food mat. I've not seen any present in the comment section. Oh. The lady Helen. Okute. Abraham. Okay. Welcome back.
I don't know what's happening. So it seems like I only have 1 minute left. So let me just say everything inside that 1 minute. So I was actually talking about the different asset classes. You can see that the angle is different. This is my other phone because I don't know what's happening with this other one. You can actually invest in different assets. It was when I was talking about investing in assets that I had to type out that you also do the real estate. Apart from getting yourself a land and building, you can actually get yourself a building and strike out rental cost from your running cost. You
Your
could
cost.
also invest in other, like it depends on the type of business you're doing. If it's product based, then you want to get the best sets of machines that can actually automate your processes. So you can actually, there are different grades of getting machines, right? So that's one investment that you could actually use to increase your cash flow in the long run, because at the end of the day, the higher your the higher your output, the more you're able to sell, you're able to now get market share and all those yada that comes with getting more money into. But once your processes from the back end are faster, you're definitely going to be getting in more money. So I was trying to explain this other product. I should have even just Googled it and probably read it out. So basically, you're investing for your business. So instead of you buying a stock or buying a mutual fund for your business, which you could also actually do, this particular product allows you to invest and get some sort of interest. I remember you also mentioned fixed income. You could actually do fixed income for your business. Yes, that's possible. So I also mentioned things like you saving in a high yield savings account. So a high yield savings account gives you a higher interest rate than your regular investment account. And this actually helps you to, okay, let me try and drop this. So this actually helps you to save for things like emergencies, save for developing or probably getting those other assets that you want to buy eventually. So these are things that you could, like these are like things in terms of assets you can get. So apart from your your equipment, you could actually be also be earning interest on a particular thing that you're doing, probably an investment or a saving to increase your interest, right? But eventually things that actually goes down to your cash flow that helps you to bring in money are the things that I've mentioned earlier. You having a good structure. I don't want to be a customer like to trying to patronize a small business and there's so much glitches. I will get tired. I would rather go to do business with a big company that already has their processes in place. So since you're one that is aiming to bring in more money, bring in more inflow, then you need to make your processes as seamless as possible. You need to be sure that your staff that is interacting with your customers, probably your customer, what they call that, the CRM, is you're using a good system if that aligns with whatever you're doing. That's your brand, your business. You're also invested in your personal brand, because I've come to notice that a lot of people, or rather a lot of businesses, some people now would first of all build a personal brand, then have a product around it. It's easier that way because you're going to be getting real customers that can align with your brand. So if you're also a B2B person, you could actually also build your brand. Look at what's it called? I can't really use big brands, but then those ones are already very, very big. But there's so many brands that have this already built persona that anytime you think about a particular brand, you're thinking about a particular feeling or a particular thing that they exude. This would also increase your cash flow, because at the end of the day, when you are top of mind, right? I can't see you. I don't know if you can hear me. When you are top of
I
mind,
can hear you.
okay. So when you're top of mind, you're able to bring in more money. People are able to refer you to that for their company events. People are able to call your names into the room in rooms where you're not there. That, oh, I know this particular business that does this particular thing. In fact, I'm not even going to lie. There are some businesses that live rent free in my head on Instagram, like, because they've invested so much in their brand that when I'm thinking about some particular type of cakes or a particular cake, I know this is the business or this is the brand that comes to mind. When I'm thinking about a particular type of outfit, this is the fashion brand I am thinking about, because they've invested so much in these things. And it's not just about their office space or their equipment. There are other things that adds up. And in the long run, funny enough, most of the time when we invest in every sort of investment that you are doing, you're not getting the return on your investment immediately. It is something that you have to do continuously over and over again, that would eventually play out or eventually pan out to be that to be that thing that you want. So it could take you another 6 months. Remember, I gave an example of someone I know that does fashion, and it's what funny thing is her whole story is spanning into 10 years. But in the last 2 years, the intensity of the effort that she has put into growing in terms of structure, growing in terms of personal development, growing in terms of training, conferences for her staff, getting the equipment in place are now more evident. And I know that for that particular business, it lives rent free in my head as well, because I know that, oh, I've seen this person done XYZ. I'm thinking of a particular outfit. Oh no, this is the brand that will go for it. I'm thinking about a particular thing. Even funny thing for even food businesses, I'm thinking about a particular thing. This is the business that comes to mind, you know. So these are different things that you want to pay attention to. It doesn't have to always be, oh, only the equipment. What about when a customer walks into the organization or into the business compound? Are they going to be receptive? Are they going to get these good customer service? In fact, I just remember that I had I have a new friend who is crazy about customer service. Like, customer service is like everything. How you welcome the person at the door, how what's it called, your response time, probably it's a restaurant, the amount of minutes that this person sits down before a waiter or waitress comes to this person, it matters a whole lot. And this person gives reviews like water. So just imagine if every customer out of 10 customers that come, they have an issue with customer service, they're definitely not going to come back, and they're definitely not going to give you a review. These are things that increase your cash flow. And one thing I've noticed over time is when I love a particular service, I'm giving you free ads. Like, oh, I went out 2 days ago, I went to this place, this was the business that I did, and I'm content. Just like that, one person has heard from me, Oluchuku, that this business is good. Guess what? They are going there. In fact, this is so funny that I actually patronized a brand that around my house, that's like I think 2 or 3 streets away. Guess what? My sister who runs a fashion business, that is where she now goes to, because I went there, I had a good experience. I got back home, I'm like, oh, this was my experience with this place. The next time she needed to fix that same issue, it was there. My cousin uses the same place. My cousin, who knows more people than both of us, keeps referring people to, like, it just works. Just
It's
imagine what that
automatic.
person's cash flow will do from one particular good experience from one particular client. Then now imagine if I'm an investor who probably had visited that place. I would want to understand, okay, what is at their back end? Can I get something out of this business? Because it has to be a win-win situation. They get to expand, I get to get profit, everybody's happy. So like I know that from the what's it called, from the topic, people be expecting to hear like get land, get cars, get all of these things, you know them. But all of these other things I've mentioned are things that most of the time a lot of SMEs feel like, I don't have the capacity. I cannot pay a business structure person. I cannot continue doing staff training for my staff. I can remember the last meeting I had at work, and my what's it called, my head of department was like, we need to do trainings, we need to have personal development training. What are the things you're interested in? Can we pay for these trainings for you so that you can get better? Because when this person is happy, when this person feels like you're investing in me, I'm getting more value from this business, I'm happier. I will deliver more, because I know that at the end of the day, it's not just for me to come to the office every other day to do your work. You also care about the things I care about. So why shouldn't I care about you? This is for you, SME, to know that your staff is interested in probably crocheting, or is interested in being a social media person, and you want to help the person grow in this particular aspect, because at the end of the day,